Bueno, pues vamos a empezar en español y estamos muy emocionados porque está con nosotros Paul Humphreys de OMD, de Orchestral, Manoeuvres in the Dark, una de las grandes bandas de los años 80 y que han traspasado los años y que están aquí con nosotros en Chilango, en Convoy, y estamos muy felices. Paul, thank you very much for being here.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm so happy to be back.
We're even happier. I was there last time you played here.
Yeah, last time we played the Corona, it was 2011.
Exactly.
In fact, that was our first show ever in Mexico.
Really?
Yeah.
And the question is, what took you so long to come to Mexico? I mean,
I don't know why.
Before we had a show before on the radio, and we were talking about how OMD music has always been a part of Mexican FM.
Yeah.
You know, you used to listen to your songs. I listened to a song today driving from a place, and it's been always it's part of Mexico City, OMD.
We never knew this until 2011. And the funny thing was that we walked out on stage. I think the second song we did was Secret. We had no idea how popular we were here, really. And I started singing, that's one of the ones I sing. I started singing Secret, and the whole crowd was singing it louder than I was singing it. I couldn't hear myself because the crowd, and we were looking at each other in the band going, wow, okay, they definitely did that one.
There's a fun fact because your music is played by a very specific kind of DJs. In Mexico, they call high energy DJs, and there's a legendary club called Patrick Miller. So most of your songs are heard in a dance, and people have routines to dance to your songs.
Oh, really? Yeah.
You were not completely unaware of that.
We don't have those routines on stage.
but
yeah, maybe something we should do.
On that radio show we were doing a couple of hours before, we were wondering, how did you manage to be so avant-garde sound-wise, and at the same time have these huge hits and be very pop? I mean, that's it's very hard to balance, no? Those two things.
Yeah, I mean, we started out, it was our art, you know. We were experimental. We were just doing what... You see, the thing was, we were like no-hopers from the Wirral near Liverpool, because when we started in the 70s, I mean, electronic music wasn't popular, you know. So we were considered like these weird guys. So, I mean, but you know, still to this day, Andy and I, when we're writing our songs, we start with the very experimental, ideas, and music is very experimental. And then over a period of time working on it, it gets more and more sort of honed up. But I think early on, we realized that Andy and I, we both had a knack of writing catchy tunes.
Yeah.
You know, and because I mean, if you think of some of our early songs, you know, like Electricity or you know, like the Maid of Orleans or Souvenir. I mean, they started out really experimental, and the more we worked on them, it's interesting because we don't start with the tune.
Okay.
It's the last thing we put on a piece of music.
Oh, wow. You start with the sound. You start with the sound.
With an experimental or an idea or a theme or a sort of lyrical idea or, you know, a direction. But the last thing we put on is the tune. Okay. We do all the music. And I think that's an interesting way to work because, you know, we will have all of these sort of harmonic structures going on. And so it's easier when you get to that point to find the right tune for the song.
Okay. I wanted to ask if you knew what synthesizers the other guys that were doing since, like, were you ever jealous of the Depeche Mode because of the
question?
I was never jealous of Depeche Mode. We started before them.
Yes, that's right.
So we were jealous of Kraftwerk.
Oh, we were talking about that.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we in the mid-70s, this was why we started making electronic music. I mean, you can trace electronic music from any band all the way back to Kraftwerk.
Yeah.
You know, and we heard Autobahn on the radio.
Okay.
And that was like the first day of the rest of our life, really, you know, because we thought that's what we want to do. That sounds like the future. We want to make music that sounds like the future. You know?
That's a great thing because when did you think that the music and the future came to your lives, to pop music? Some people say it's Donna Summer, some people say it's because of Giorgio Moroder, some people say it's Kraftwerk. What do you think about that?
It was definitely Kraftwerk for us. I mean, they were like the blueprint for OMD. But the thing was, when Kraftwerk started out, they had lots of money. They're sons of rich industrialists, so they had money, you know.
Yeah.
And trying to make electronic music in the 70s, Andy and I were like we were working class boys from Liverpool. We had zero money, you know. So I mean, in the very early days, my hobby was electronics.
Okay.
And so from the age of 12, I used to start building things. And all of the early sort of sound making machines we had I built from. I used to go around to my auntie's houses and my uncle's houses and go through the cupboards and steal their transistor radios and find ones that didn't work, go home. I used to go to the local library, get circuit boards before the internet, you know. I used to get circuit boards of like drum machines or synthesizers and stuff, and I used to just solder them together because we couldn't afford anything. It was only sort of, I mean, we did 3 gigs. We're an electronic band. We did 3 gigs and we didn't even own a synthesizer.
Oh my God.
We used to just take our electronic craziness onto stage, you know.
And you still mingle with hardware?
I mean, I build my studios.
Oh.
You know, the last studio that I built, I've just built a studio in the south of France, and I built it myself. And that's where we did the latest album, Bauhaus Staircase. We did it in my studio there. So yeah, I still dabble in the electronics. But the thing was, we had no money, and I think it was good that we didn't have any, because, you know, if we'd had lots of money, we were kids who idolized Kraftwerk.
Yeah.
So if we had the machines that Kraftwerk had, we would have sounded like Kraftwerk.
Yeah, most likely.
That, you know. So because we called ourselves Junk Shop Kraftwerk, you know.
But you're better singers. You're better singers.
Oh, totally. Thank you.
I mean,
you guys.
and Kraftwerk has catchy songs, but not as catchy as yours.
Yeah, well, you see, but we took their whole idea of keyboard melodies being the chorus from them.
Okay, you know? I can see that.
So that's why I always say, you know, Kraftwerk was the blueprint for OMD. But their songs used to go on for like 8 or 9 minutes, and we decided to make, you know, 3-4 minute pop songs.
I want to ask this of you. Do you still have any of the original keyboards that you made?
No, this is a horrible story, right? So I stored all my original machines that I made in my mum's attic, right? We went on tour for like 6 months. I get home, my mum's moved house. She moved house, and she didn't check the attic. And so I went knocking on the door, saying, "Hello, I used to live here. Did you look in the attic? Because I left things in there." And they said, "Oh yeah, we cleared it out. We thought it was junk. Threw it in the bin."
Oh my God.
Have you noticed how similar it is from OMG, oh my God, to OMD?
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
OMG, it's OMD.
But it's funny. 2 hours ago we were talking about OMD being as important as Kraftwerk to us.
See, we were talking about
but yeah, maybe they were before, no? But
They were before us.
yeah, they were, and they were your teachers in a way.
Yeah,
no?
yeah, they're the grandparents of
But the
electronic
Human League, for example, they were before you?
No, after.
After you? Wow.
Yeah.
See, most likely everybody came after you.
I mean, the Human League were just a little bit after us.
But you know what's very interesting? Your artwork and in the LPs. In that time, you had Edward Hopper paintings, for example. The names of your albums, you were like different, no? Because you were like inspiring. You were like dancey. You were like something else. I think that OMD. It's a great pleasure to have you here in Mexico City again, because I think that it's one of the great bands of the 80s that's still going on strong today. And to see you play your keyboard, Sandy playing bass, singing, you singing, it's amazing.
We're still going. I mean, we're coming up to our 50th anniversary of the band.
Are you doing something special?
We will be. We're planning it now.
And
In
you're
Mexico?
coming back to Mexico, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, you have to do a big show by yourselves here, like a 3-hour celebration.
I don't know about 3 hours. I think we're too old to play for 3 hours.
Ah, okay. 2.5.
We'll negotiate. Yeah?
No, but we really love your band. It means so much to the three of us.
Yeah,
It's
the first time I went to a disco, it was in a town in the northern town of our country, in Mexicali.
Okay.
And the first song, when I was entering, it was secret.
Oh, really?
So it was like, wow, this is a disco, man, and it's R&B playing. This is cool. I love it. So it was like very, it's special for me.
Yeah, I mean, Secret's been an important song for us.
Very.
You know, the problem we had with Secret in America was that we released Secret. It was number one on the radio stations, and then Paramount Pictures decided they were going to move the release of Pretty in Pink early.
Yeah.
And so we had to because we had the lead song from it, If You Leave, you know. So we had to shut down Secret in America in order for If You Leave to come out. We couldn't have two songs out at the same time, you know.
Great songs.
But one of my favorite movie moments is I already knew OMD, and I was watching Pretty in Pink, and you appear in that scene in playing the high school graduation, whatever.
Proms.
The prom. We don't have proms in Mexico. We have graduation.
We don't have prom in the
No.
We have graduation.
Yeah. But you're in the ballroom, and that was amazing.
Yeah. No, it was. The funny thing was that we wrote a different song for the film.
Okay.
And we flew to Los Angeles. We had 2 days before we started a big American tour. We had our 2-inch tape of the song we recorded. We were going to mix it in LA. We get to the hotel. This is before cell phones, you know. Get to the hotel. There's a message from John Hughes saying, "Call me quick.
Call me quick, please."
Yeah. And we call him, and he said, "Sorry guys, but I've changed the whole ending of the film, and your song doesn't work anymore.
Oh my God.
What?
Can you write us a new one?" I was like, "You're kidding me? You know, we've got 2 days before all our equipment was in San Francisco. We were in LA. So how are we going to write a new song?" So he just said, "I'll put you in Larrabee Studios, one of the best studios in LA. Hire whatever you need and come up with something." And so we had to write If You Leave in 24 hours. You know?
Wow.
Last question. What was the song that didn't work out? I just want to know.
It was a song called Goddess of Love. We used it somewhere, but it wasn't as good as If You Leave, so it kind of worked.
That's a good luck term. We have to go. They're ripping you away from us. We want to keep you from forever here.
Well, it's a pleasure to talk with you, and thank you for talking with me.
We're going to take some photos, but thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was a great honor, a pleasure to have you here.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Please say hi to Andy.
I will do.